Welcome to Fabulosity For You, and my name is Angie. If this is your first time watching my video, please click on the subscribe button and then click on the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first to know. Like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, relationship advice, and lifestyle. And this is not your first time visiting my channel. Well, welcome back, my queens, and welcome to the kings out there. And welcome to all of my fabulous ones. Welcome, welcome. So today I am doing celebrity gossip. Now, right now I'm out and about. I'm just waiting to go into the store, but I wanted to just real quickly do a celebrity gossip. I'm in Chicago, and if I turn this camera around, honey, it is snow. It's snow, it's cold, and so I'm all wrapped up with my hat and all of the things. And so I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm just gonna jump. I just want to jump in and just give you some celebrity gossip. Okay, so right now the only thing really going on is the fires in California and Jay-Z and Diddy. So we're gonna jump right into this. So a young man came out. I believe his name is Ramir Saddleway. And he's saying that allegedly he is Jay-Z's son. Now, I heard of this guy before. He's come out many times, many years ago. But I believe because the heat is on Jay-Z, everybody now on YouTube is giving him interviews where he can talk about Jay-Z allegedly being his father. So this young man, he's in his 30s, and he said his mom told him when he was 16 years old that Jay-Z was his father. They had been trying to get a DNA test and no luck. They have contacted Jay-Z's camp, and in the beginning they was acting like they was going to cooperate, and then all of a sudden they stopped communicating. He said that he had taken the DNA with another young lady that said that she was allegedly Jay-Z's daughter. They did the DNA, but they never did get the DNA results. And he said it's just really been hard when he goes to court. They say the jurisdiction that the process is in was wrong. He was in the wrong jurisdiction. They throw the case out. So he's been spending a lot of money. So he was on the Sean Atwood show on YouTube, and Sean explained to him that he knows Busby, which is the lawyer that is prosecuting Jay-Z, and said he's going to make sure he talks to that lawyer, and he thinks he'll be able to get him a DNA test. The young man said he's not trying to get money from him, but he would definitely like to know his family tree. If he is not the father, he's going to apologize. And he has a 1-year-old daughter now, and his child needs to know her family tree. And it was really sad because it's a lot of young African American men out here that don't know who their father is, or their father is just not in the homes when they were growing up, and all of the things. And it's important for a child, no matter what nationality you are, you should know who your father is. And it's terrible that Jay-Z does not want to do a DNA with this young man. And like I said, he's been asking since he was 16 years old. He's in his 30s. And so they also asked him, would he want to have a relationship with Jay-Z if he is the father? And he said, of course, if Jay-Z would want that. And so I just hope this young man finds out if this is his father or not. His mother died 2 years ago of a heart attack. And they asked him on the show, do you think it was the industry that may have unalived your mother? And he said he couldn't even think like that. He said about a year ago, somebody tried to unalive him, that he was shot at. And he says he has no idea why that happened. And Sean was saying that it could have been Jay-Z and his camp. That's something that they do. Now, why would he not want to take the DNA test? It could be Beyonce may not want to share inheritance with outside children. I don't know. But at the end of the day, as I said before, it's a sad situation where everybody should know who their parents are, and just take the test. Eat the cake, anime. Take the test. So I hope everything works out with that young man. I hope he gets the chance to take the DNA test. We just have to sit back and wait and see what happens. There's also allegations that's going around and on the YouTube street that Jay-Z's and Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, is really not Beyonce's child. That she might have raised her, but she did not give birth to her, so she's not the birth mother. They said that Jay-Z had a girlfriend named Kathy White that he was messing around with when he was married to Beyonce. They're saying allegedly, and everything in this video is allegedly, that Beyonce couldn't have children at the time when they was trying to have children. And this lady, this young woman, Kathy White, ended up pregnant with Jay-Z's baby. They said that Jay-Z was seen around town with a group of people, and she happened to be in the group. And this reporter contacted her and asked her to do an interview about the alleged affair that she's been having with Jay-Z. They said that at first she turned it down, but then they offered her a lucrative amount of money. And they feel that before the interview, which was going to be the next day, she must have contacted Jay-Z and told her she was going to come forward about the affair and let everybody know that she is pregnant with his baby. The next day, the lady went to her home for the interview and found out that she was unalived. That supposedly she went to the hospital and she had some toxics in her system, that she may have been poisoned. And this was a young woman, and this happened to her right before her interview. They said at the time of her that she was pregnant. It was confirmed that she was pregnant. Now, I personally, you can't believe everything. I just don't believe that Blue Ivy is not that Beyonce is not the birth parent of Blue Ivy. But these rumors have been going on for many years, and now that Jay-Z's in the hot seat, every possibly rumor is coming out. Now, I just don't believe everything to be true, but some things could be true. I don't believe this particular rumor, but this is what's on the YouTube streets. I don't know it to be a fact that it's not true, but I'm just not going to believe that. But I guess we all just have to wait and see what happens. So Jay-Z was on trial. The trial was going to go to trial. He is going to trial for the woman that was 13 years old at the time and said that she was SA'd by both Jay-Z and by Diddy. Now, I personally don't believe that that's true. Gene Deal, his bodyguard, said he doesn't believe it's true, because back in the 80s, early 90s, They was not in limousines. They were in Escalades and cars. And this woman was talking about a limousine driver. He said it just didn't add up, and he didn't believe it. I don't believe it either. But nevertheless, since Jay-Z did not want to pay this woman, they are now going to go to trial. Now, the only way I say he made a mistake, he should have paid these people, because he thought it would go away just by him saying it's not true and all of this, and it's not going away. They are going to trial. And now all this publicity and light is shining on Jay-Z, and it's not in a good way. Like I said in my last video, I don't believe he SA'd the little girl at the time. I don't believe it, but I do believe he's done some crimes. And I believe that his crimes are going to come out, and he's going to eventually go to jail. And these are just my opinions, and this is just what I think is going to happen. Moving right along to Diddy. Okay, so around the holidays, they said Diddy was very depressed. They said that he was very upset because he was in jail, and that right now they think he might try to unalive himself. And so he asked around the holidays to go to the infirmary. They would not let him go. And so he's been practicing some breathing techniques to calm himself down. And they said he was crying in his cell. They said that somebody jumped on him. And he was crying in his cell, and he had to do these deep breaths in order to get himself together. That he is coming unhinged. Now, they said that he's not eating food, so he's very thin because he thinks that they're going to poison him. He knows that his time is almost up, and somebody's going to try to unalive him. Now, Diddy's other bodyguard, I forgot his name, but he said that he's been in those prisons, and it's no way really to commit suicide, because you got people watching the prisoners all day long. The beds are short, so you can't jump off and do anything to yourself. So the only way that he can be unalive is they intentionally do it. Diddy is so unhinged that he's willing to now drop a dime on these high profile people. So they really are saying, and even Gene Deal, his bodyguard that's been on YouTube, is saying his time is almost up. And so I believe that to be true. I believe that to be true. It's too many big time people out here that have been involved in these freak offs, and they're not about to go to jail. They're going to eliminate the common denominator, and that's going to be Diddy. See, Diddy was high. Diddy came to the jails on drugs, and now them drugs is getting out of his system, and this dude is now realizing, hey, I'm in jail. I'm in jail, and I'm not getting out. And I think he's come to that realization. He haven't been able to get, that he's not able to get bond. They said behind the jail, he's been behind bars. He's been paying the guards to threaten the witnesses. So he's doing all of this stuff behind the bars. So all I can say is, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Next, we're going to talk about these fires. Oh my God. They said so many celebrities have lost their homes. They said Tina Knowles' home, which is Beyonce's mother's home, has burnt down to the ground. It's so many people's homes have burnt down. They said Paris Hilton home has burnt down to the ground. All these people in Hollywood that lived in Malibu's homes are gone. And the sad thing is, they said when the firemen came, there was no water in the hydrants. That it was going into the lake to save some type of fish. What kind of mess is that? How come the government was not prepared for these fires when they know these fires happen every year around the same time? And now it has even gotten worse. It was this guy, this older gentleman, and he had a home, and he said he was going to fight for his home. And he had hoses, and he had a whole plan on how he was going to save his house, because he said if his house burned down, he said he grew up in that house. The house was 60-something years old or more. And he said he can't afford to rebuild, because right before the fires, the insurance companies dropped everybody. So if you don't have no money, honey, you out of luck. You are shit out of luck. You're going to have to rebuild, restart. And everybody can't do that, because it just didn't hit the celebrities and the rich people. It hit the everyday people as well. And so I don't understand why the government was not prepared. Why the city was not prepared. So this man said he had got all these hoses and stuff, and he waited for the fire, and when he saw a little fire, he'll burn it out, and he saved his house and the house next on both sides of him, but everybody else's house got burnt down. He said not one time with his own eyes did he even see a fire truck. That if a fire truck was out there and the firemen was out there and they just did a little bit of water here and there and here and there when these little fires started, that it would have saved homes. Where was the fireman? Honey, I feel so sorry for the people in California. I have had friends there as well, and their homes are gone. And they're not celebrities. They're everyday people with no type of insurance. Don't have anything. Now, what they did show that the poor people are looting the homes that are burnt before they get burnt, that the families have left. And they taking TVs and they taking all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, if it's just going to go up in flames, is it wrong for them to do that? I don't know. But I just think it's terrible. I don't know what these people are going to do. They have nothing, literally nothing. There's some celebrities that are going back to the communities and trying to help people and all of the things. But I think this is a sad situation. I think it was handled poorly. And I just want to understand, how does this happen? Is it all just Mother Nature? What is really going on? And I'm going to end this video on what is really going on. If you have any comments about the fires, about anything in this video, please make a comment down in the downtown. Make a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next video.